think we have some. All right, today's the day. I'm going to go penetrate some moms when I get off of work here. And let's see if I can get some good video of that. I want to pick your brains about what sort of questions I should be asking them and stuff. But before I do, I was watching. This actually came out April 2018, so it shows how much I've been paying attention. When they were doing a "What Would Stoner Do" series, and this is a conclusion video. They mentioned something about how they feel like optics are dependable enough now that you don't really need backup irons or plastic or whatever mechanical sights. And I agree and disagree at the same time, in the sense that on the surface of it, what they said, yes, absolutely, 100% agree that generally speaking, optics are just about as dependable as mechanical sights nowadays. The only thing is that I think that most people misunderstand the reason that you really need backup mechanical sights. And it's not because the battery might die or the optic might fail or lose its zero or any of that sort of stuff, because they're pretty tough. I've beaten the shit out of a few of them, and including some mid-range Chinese optics, and they're all pretty decent. And the sort of thing you got to do to the optic to get it to fail is the sort of thing that could probably cause some significant damage to the rifle and your body. No, the reason you need backup mechanical sights on any fighting rifle is because the optic is glass. If you get mud or blood or semen or grease on it, uh, it's pretty nearly useless. I mean, yeah, you can like spit on it and rub it with your thumb. That's what she said. But realistically, you're not going to be able to see through it well enough to make shots, generally speaking. Whereas you still can with mechanical. The, the way to the way to get a fighting rifle back into the fight, if you get some smegma on it, is to rip that bitch off and deploy your backup irons. It's not about the sights aren't dependable enough. It's just that things get dirty. Anyway, besides all of that, today, now that I think all of the usual suspects are here, today what I have planned is I'm going to show up at that Moms Demand Action rally at the church, and I think I'm going to pose as a freelance videographer, which is true. And I think what I was going to do is I'm just going to act really, really bored about the whole thing. I'm just, "Oh, I'm so bored. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna get some B-roll of this stuff or something. I don't know. Maybe I guess I might interview some of you guys later, and like anytime somebody wants to say something about it, be like, yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd come down here and get some B-roll, see if I could sell it to one of the news outlets, that sort of thing." And like it's kind of a variation on there's this kind of shit person um technique for picking up on chicks. I think it's called downing, but the idea is where you kind of passive aggressively like put off things about them, put them down for who they. Oh yeah, yeah. That's a good looking dress for somebody your size. That sort of thing. And I think if I'm, and I think I might be getting that wrong. I'm not sure if it's called downing, but if if I think if I do that right, if I kind of make it like their things kind of boring, that there's not that many people there and all of that, that might prompt them into saying more interesting stuff. And also, I kind of want to, and I don't want to tip my hand. I want to stay undercover as much as I can. Well, yeah, exactly. Ignore chicks and they freak out. It's all chicks, so it should work. I think the psychology of it's sound. Uh, but don't want to blow my cover. I do want to see if I can attempt. I'm going to attempt to goad them into um, expressing concern about minorities having firearms. Well, I'll see if I can. I'll see if I can get that far. There's a couple of ways you can put that. Like you can cash it as. Do you find it? Are you worried that somebody might consider? Are you worried that somebody might view these proposals as being somewhat racist, considering that they're likely to affect minorities and the poor more substantially than middle class and whites? Let me go ahead and open up this stream and mute myself so I can see what you guys are saying, because I definitely want to hear some of your thoughts before I get out there and start asking questions. This is going to be a pretty short one because I got some stuff I need to get done before I get out of here, but I want to hear your ideas first. Mom penetration, soccer moms. I love those two, but I take what they say with a grain of salt when it comes. Yeah, Florida. Ian is obviously an absolute genius when it comes to all things historical, and I believe that Ian and Carl have a very valid point of view. And holy shit, did they have a lot of time shooting rifles, especially, but any firearm in a practical set of circumstances between the two of them. But yeah, we all get technical details wrong occasionally, and it's one of the things I struggle with that I try to get right is to separate my opinions from fact. And that's not always easy to do. I know I get it wrong sometimes. I know I have probably expressed things that are really my opinion as though they were actually facts. And I'm sorry for the times that I have, but I've seen that Ian and Carl do the same thing, and that happens. So no, you shouldn't take any big-headed asshole on the internet as an expert, especially unto themselves. Anytime somebody tells you something, whether you agree with it or not, you should be looking for sources of empirical data that support what they're saying. What kind of things are you doing to get semen on your optics? Are you fucking kidding me? You've never done a combat check? Bro, you are missing out. You got to get your combat check in. I take all things with a pinch of salt. That's what she said. This is a video I'm on the fence about saying. Speaking of backup sites, I'm going to post a video later about a little trick I came up with a long time ago. All right, well, don't keep us in suspense. Just post the video, dude. Should go to the front of the room, pull down your britches, and moon down. That might, just maybe, blow my cover. We need maximum penetration. Prefer. Oh no, I almost forgot to say. So what I'll be addressing is the Moms Demand Action encourage people to wear red as much as possible. It's odd that Red for Ed, moms, these kind of left-wing causes want to associate themselves with red. I can't quite figure out if it's like they're just totally oblivious to the connection with communism, or if they're like literally embracing that shit. But they seem to be really, really into communism, or red anyway. So what I was going to do is I was going to wear my Make Commies Great Again shirt, which, by the way, you can get on the Teespring page. This is a live stream, and I do it through my phone, so I can't throw up a graphic on there. Like if you're watching some one of the bigger channels like Steven Crowder or something, he'd have his like mug club up here. No, I'm a fucking shoestring on my phone, which is why the video looks like a potato sometimes. But the Make Commies Great Again shirt that has a picture of the helicopter on it, I'm going to wear that, but I'm going to turn it inside out. So it's a red shirt. I know that the inside of it says Make Commies Great Again. They don't know that. And I'll just tell them, oh yeah, I saw that you're supposed to wear red, but like the only red shirt I had all this corporatist stuff on it. So I just decided to turn it inside out because I don't want to like support all of that. I'm against that. CLP. I got the money, honey. Yeah. Serious note, don't push them too hard. Let them walk their way into. Yeah, I absolutely agree, Alan. What little pushing I do will be very subtle, if at all. I'd like to just ask questions. Um, Matthew, yeah, I mean the connection with communism is there, but like I kind of wonder if it's really just because red pops in a crowd. Like you see red shirts and like it stands out a lot more, and it may really just be kind of an optics thing for them than anything else. I don't know. They may just be oblivious to the connection with communism, but it seems obvious to me. Just start asking them simple firearm questions and watch how fast they go. Full Sheila Jackson Lee. I was thinking actually I'd like to ask them if they know anything about, like, one of the things they advocate for is red flag laws. Here in the state of Arizona, if a police officer can articulate a reason that he believes that a person is a threat to themselves or others, he can have them picked up and put in front of a judge and assessed and all of that. So I want to ask them if they know what sort of mechanisms exist already um, to separate people from a potentially dangerous situation. Yeah, well, the Deadpool shirt would be fun, but again, I kind of want to stay undercover, and I think the irony of the Commies shirt is it tickles me anyway. What if they don't allow you in because you're a man? I'm reasonably confident that they'll let people of any gender in, and if they don't, I'll just tell them that I'm not a man. Uh, if your cover's blown, you have to turn it right side out. Oh yeah, no. If my cover's blown, I'm just gonna fucking take it off and like tie it around my head or something. I don't know. I mean, at that point, who gives a shit anymore? Um, you ever bang that gator for a free shirt? You didn't have to fuck the gator, although I would buy you so many shirts if you fucked a gator. I finally shot that Pelican range case video that we spoke about a long time ago. Okay, cool. Um, all right. I think I'm all caught up with comments. If you have anything else, get it in right now. Otherwise, I think I'm going to call this good. And if you have any late suggestions, email them to choppingblocktests@gmail.com and I'll see what I can do. But I think the plan right now is stay incognito, ask some subtle questions about like the disparity between classes and all that sort of thing. I think that's kind of fun to twist the knife with. I love you. Oh, Jeremy. Okay. Jeremy says, I didn't read yours. All right. Well, it looks like you're green here. So let me scan through, see if I can find some green. Jeremy. I don't see anything else from Jeremy. Really? All the thing that you had to say is you didn't read mine? Am I missing something? Did I miss it? No. Pretty sure that's the only thing you posted. Okay. Well, now I have read your comment. All right, guys. I love you.